Hey guys, what's up? I'm Simon. You probably know who I am because you're probably like my mom or like an old friend of mine. But if you're not, if you're somebody else, if you're an acquaintance, don't swipe immediately to like the next thing on your feed. I made something cool. I'm sorry that I'm pushing it at you, uh, but I really appreciate your time, and I think it will be worth it for you to check this out. So, essentially, like I composed some new music and mixed it down. I filmed some stuff and I edited that. Uh, and It's a piece that I made. It's at the end of this. If you want to just check that out, you just like fast forward and see it. But if you want to know what it's about, then like sit tight for a hot minute while I kind of ramble through what that is. Okay. But essentially, what it's about is exactly this. I don't typically get on here and like put myself out there in this way or like give a spiel about my art. And it's like there's a couple of things there. One is like I don't necessarily think art should always be explained. I think it's actually really good that art can be interpreted in different ways. But some people, need a story to go along with it, and that's cool. But I think it's really great when, I can see it one way and you can see it another way, and I can think that that's useless, and then this person over there can be like, no, that's like hugely valuable. So I just think that potential for interpretation of art being there is paramount to what art is and its success. It's evolution of ideas. So you kind of need that some of that vagueness and some of that abstractness in order to create new things, get to new places. So don't always feel it's necessary to explain, but I did want to explain this because this is pretty meaningful to me. I putting the second part is that like I don't usually put myself out here like this, and part of me getting to a point where I can do this is like developing the confidence to get there, having the support from different people in my life, and having the experiences that I've had in my life to get myself to a place where I can actually be here and talk to you. And so that's kind of what this piece that I made is actually about. It's about the good and bad, yin and yang, all the black and white, the dark and the light in the world. I'm gonna try and not be too cliche here, but yeah, and about navigating, between those things. The world is just full of this mixture of black and white. It's just all gray everywhere, and figuring out your own path through that, and finding, a way to guide yourself through that is kind of what this is about. So, um, recently and I'm gonna come back to that, but recently I was making a piece, and I lost my job, is what happened during COVID due to budget cuts. Not because I'm like a bad employee or anything, definitely budget cuts. um, but I lost my job, and I was like in this floating place, and I was like, what am I gonna do again now? I had such a great job, and it wasn't actually that great. I was in a cubicle and I was doing sales, and I was kind of dying inside because I wasn't making any art. So, but ended up making some beats, started investigating music again, and wound up vibing out to one of my own tracks, like in my living room late at night. It was like 3 a.m. I had maybe like one or two beers, I don't know. And I threw the camera on the floor and I recorded it. I hit record, and I was like, I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna put it out there. So I did, and I was super proud of it. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but there was this lantern there, and I included that in the thing because there's something about um, me while I was vibing out and dancing. I like felt sort of a renewed spirit. I felt happy. I felt really good. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it occurred to me that dance and music and those art forms have been a sort of guiding light to me in my life, and have helped me kind of get back to a place that I'm supposed to be. And that's kind of what I was going through right there. And um, so I made that, posted that, um, and then I was just, recently thinking about that lantern again, and it's like actually really critical what a guiding light is and how it helps you navigate, the good and bad things in the world for yourself. So, um, guiding lights. What are some other ones? Like like I've had a professor or two that's been like, monumental to me. I've had old friends that have like consistently been there for me. I've had like a random acquaintance that said, the right thing at the right time, and it's like stuck with me, and I've like remembered it, and it's always been something that's kind of like helped me stay steady or navigate more hard times. So you know, life being a struggle, having those types of people in it is super helpful. On the contrary to that, like you can have people in your life that are, not helpful. You can have experiences in your life that are damaging. So like one of the big things for me that I want to talk about is that I was, um, I was like bullied a lot when I was younger, and it was really hard for me to sort of get through that and figure it out, and learn the ways that what those bullies might have said to me wasn't true, and but ultimately the insecurities that came from that and the sort of negative self-talk that I have to deal with daily, those are those bullies' voices, and it's just that's some of the dark that's in the world that you got to navigate, that you got to get around sometime. I'm definitely not the only person that's been bullied, abused, or otherwise. I know that like life is hard for basically everybody, and we all have some sort of form of that. Um, so this is about, that this piece is about that as well, the chaos, helping you use your lantern to kind of look through the cave and see on your left, oh, that's like a spike pit. I'm not going to go over there, and then you look over here and you're like, oh, I see looks like some other people have left footsteps going in that direction. I'm going to try that out too. Like that's, kind of what this is. So this is my lantern. It's pretty cool. It's a tiny old school looking kind of thing, but it's nice. I like it. It's got LEDs. It's not a real lantern. If it was a real lantern, it would be probably pretty dangerous to do some of the stuff that I do with it in the video. But it's I like it, and it means a lot to me for this. So the piece that I made features this lantern, and I throw it around. I drop it. I do a bunch of different things in it with it, but it keeps on shining on. It turns off and on, and that can be symbolic of, things in your life that work or don't work, places that you go or don't go. But ultimately, it's like shining in the end. It's glowing and things are calm, and that's kind of where you want to be. And, those are the kind of people that you want to have around you, those sort of, shining, calm people. So probably my biggest, like on the positive side, mentors is like, or guiding lights in my life is my mom. She's really helped form like a moral compass for me because props to you, mom. I know you're watching. She's basically a saint. If you bump into my mom on the street, you are automatically going to be like one of the luckiest people around because she will be looking at you, wondering what she can do to make your life better right then in that moment. Like that's who she is. And so, stuff like that, people like that really help you form a good moral compass. And you can see that, someone like that is who you want to strive to be, who you want to strive to have around you. And so yeah, she's a guiding light as well. So anyway, I'm celebrating a little bit because I finished this piece and because I'm putting myself out there and talking. So celebrate your wins, people. Anyway, so this piece, inspired kind of by Aphex Twin. He's makes these crazy tracks. He makes absolutely beautiful music, but also wild music. So this one is in the Acid-Techno vein. It's super glitchy. He did some work with Chris Cunningham back in the day. Chris Cunningham is this European filmmaker guy, and they're like a pretty good duo. They make just wild stuff together, and Chris's stuff is like equally glitchy and crazy. So if you take a look here, this is like super glitchy, lots of cuts all over the place, kind of wild um, edit. So, and on that note, if you are epileptic, you probably shouldn't watch this. It's pretty blinky. I did some work to make some of the high contrast changes not as severe, but it can be rough. So, epilepsy warning, that was it. Um, so yeah, if you, I guess like bringing it back to the yin and yang and navigating yourself through that in the world. I think if there's like one thing that like I really want to say before I get to this video, it's that if you are a creator, an entrepreneur, an artist of any kind, whether you believe you're an artist or not, you are. Also, I've already said that, but um, know that you are. It's important that you make the work. It's important that you put yourself out there, even if it's not gonna be like the best thing ever, even if it's not perfect. Having the confidence to just like do it and get it out there is critical. So have that confidence. Find the people to help give you that confidence. Be one of the people that gives that confidence to other people. They say like the best way to like find good people is to be one, right? So like you should do that. And then, don't be afraid to get rid of the people that are not good. Lewis Howes said recently in a text message, like, don't be afraid to get rid of your followers that are not contributing to your happiness. So I'm just like, yes, so true. Lewis Howes is the School of Greatness guy. Awesome, check him out. And then, yeah, so um, not that like those people aren't important. Like it is, and I've been one. If I'm being honest, you know, like we're none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. And part of dealing with being bullied was like trying really hard to not become a bully, right? So like that's a whole nother that's a whole nother thing. Um, but yeah, I just like really want to say like uh, be super thankful for the people in your life that are helpful to you, and be thankful to your haters for the drive and the education that they give you. But ultimately, feel good about yourself. Make the stuff, put yourself out there, do the thing that you're afraid to do. It's important. So we need you. The world needs you. And that's how I feel, and that's what I tell myself in order to ramble on for 10 minutes and make you guys listen to it. So, but again, I really appreciate it. If you know somebody that needs to hear this message, like please send this to them. Also, do all the things that help me. You like this, follow this, comment. All of those things are super helpful to me. Also, if you know somebody that likes weird stuff, weird videos, weird music and stuff, send this to them because it is kind of cool. Um, yeah, that's about it, I think. Oh, I wanted to mention, uh, put yourself out there and overcome these things, like in spite of the obstacles in your way. Neil deGrasse Tyson, that's who it is. He was saying this thing about he was being awarded something from like his school system, and his school was like, "Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's an awesome guy," and he's like, went through our school, and Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, "I'm not awesome because I went through your school. I'm awesome in spite of going through your school." And I was like, okay, that's the way to look at it. That's solid. So, anyways, do those things. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Keep rocking. I hope you like this piece. I hope it resonates a little bit with you. Again, like, share, and if you want to check out anything else that I've made, I'm Sime Time. Sime Time, that's my handle. You can look it up. You can see like the other dance piece that I made that I talked about earlier as well. And yeah, love and peace, guys. Keep being awesome. All right, enjoy the video.